Hello, lovers of the world. This is Sinta speaking. I love ITZY, so I was so excited when they had first announced their comeback 2 months ago at this point. So I wanted to do a quick review of the latest EP, Mafia in the Morning, because I had a bunch of thoughts about it. Some of them were thoughts about the things that I loved about the EP, and some were thoughts that were about the things I didn't love about the EP. So I just wanted to share them with you guys, so let's get into it. Not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed in the EP. I kept crossing my fingers. I keep crossing my fingers for ITZY to finally strike gold, but for some reason, they never seem to hit the mark, at least for me. Mafia in the Morning is a great song, great title track. I do wish that they mixed up that final chorus into something a little bit more interesting, but the lyrics are really great and the song itself packs a great punch. The concept of pursuing love and relationships through the Mafia game concept is really compelling and unique. I don't think I've ever seen a girl group or any group do a similar concept. I mean, like, the idea of like being a badass femme fatale girly is a pretty established concept within the genre, but I do like that they've kind of switched it up by adding a bit something more specific, a little something to kind of to make them stand out. Putting them up against the other hip hop songs that you hear around, it does sound pretty derivative, but the concept is what sets them apart and I think gives them a bit more depth. It is kind of unfortunate that I haven't listened to Mafia since I posted my essay about K-pop fans with my dance cover at the end, because I spent so much time practicing the dance for that video that I get embarrassed listening to the song now, because a lot of people have seen the video. So I don't know, I just cringe a little bit, but I think it's still a great song and is a great direction that ITZY are heading into, I guess, because they are maturing now, and I loved that they consistently do these confident concepts, and that's kind of like their thing. But obviously at some point you have to like diversify a little bit, so it's high time that they started like incorporating something else into their like I'm so confident and badass, I'm the only one, I'm special, I'm unique repertoire. So yeah, I think Mafia was a good transition into that because it still retains that original ITZY flavor of I'm special, I'm unique, I'm badass, I'm gonna come and get you because I'm so freaking cool, while adding something new, while also fitting in with like genre conventions. But yeah, that's all to say that I do like the song and I do think it's really cool. I don't like their lead single, Sorry Not Sorry. Truthfully, it's a weird song to pair with Mafia. Like, you'd think that the lead single would do the job of supporting the title track without outshining it, hopefully, and also while simultaneously promoting the contents of the rest of the EP. Like, yeah, here's the title track, but here's also another song from the EP that is supposed to be like the second best song, or the song that is the second highest quality next to the title track, that's supposed to like entice the listener further to listening to the entire thing. But Sorry Not Sorry is a really weird song because it doesn't represent the rest of the EP, and two, I just don't think it's a good song. It's like, I haven't even listened to the entire thing since, I don't think I've ever listened to the entire thing. I think I listened to it halfway and decided that like I didn't want to listen to it even more. Okay, next up, have you ever wondered how You Like That would sound like if ITZY did it? Well, look no further. Kidding Me, the third track of the EP, is a journey that at first you wonder where it's going to take you, because it starts off as like hip hop, I guess, like rappy, and then it kind of transitions in the pre-chorus to like a like a pop rock kind of vibe, something like kind of, for some reason it's giving me Fall Out Boy vibes, just that specific pre-chorus bit. And then you eventually arrive at your destination at the chorus, where with a How You Like That ripoff down to the double time ending. Do I like this better than the original How You Like That? Yes. Do I go out of my way to listen to this though? No. Shoot, their penultimate track kind of sounds pretty fucking fly. I think ITZY leaning into the hip-hop genre does help mitigate how weak their vocal line tends to be in comparison to their peers. It's cool, I like it. They sound cool in the song. But listening to this album as a whole has finally made me realize what the fucking problem with ITZY EPs have been, and it was basically a pretty similar problem I had found with TWICE in their earlier works as well, indicating that this is definitely a company thing. But basically, I find that ITZY's EPs have like zero consistency and zero cohesion. There's like, I think their ITZY's debut EP, It's Me, had the most like consistent and coherent sound. Like listening to them, you're like, yep, this feels like they all belong in the same project. But the Not Shy EP and this EP feel like there's no overarching concept or sound that ties the collection of songs together. So the collection of songs really do just feel like a collection of songs without like any reason for them being next to each other. It's like the company made the girls sing like a couple of random songs, and if they sounded good in the songs, they would just put them in the EP without any care for whether or not the entire thing will come together as a collective, which is a choice. I find it pretty lazy. It's a lazy choice, especially since their peers, who I feel like are taking greater care in crafting an experience in their musical projects, are out here like doing that with arguably lesser resources and lesser capacity than ITZY/JYP's company does or has. JYP basically has the capacity and resources to create a cohesive project, so it's weird that they don't. Like, why? Like, you can't just slap together a few tracks and call it a day, especially when the concept for your project is actually really interesting and nuanced. It just seems like a waste to me. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening. I know this is a bit shorter than what I usually put out, but I'm trying something new. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to hear more of my thoughts and opinions on the things that I love, please feel free to subscribe. I post videos every week, or at least I try to. My social media links are in the description, as well as my Ko-fi page and Patreon if you'd like to support my work. I'll see you guys next week.